Hey YouTube, what's up? Welcome to another edition of Rants! So, in this video we're going to be talking about the main event for Payback 2015. And it's a title match between Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Randy Orton, and Roman Reigns.
Got it that time. Good job. Good job.
Oh yeah, I'm good. So, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, this is very surprising because for a while it was just a triple threat match, but I am ecstatic that they threw Dean Ambrose in this. Now, I don't think he's going to win, but it's nice to see him finally hit the main event picture. He really deserves it, and the crowd has clung on to him and not let go. You know, he's got the crowd in his hands, so WWE's got to run with it and keep him in the main event picture and eventually give him the title. But it's nice to finally see him make it. That's for me, though.
I completely agree. I mean, Dean Ambrose deserves this. He's been working hard. He rarely gets wins. He finally got a win at, what was the most recent event? I'm blanking on this. Extreme Rules. Thank you. And that was a cool match between him and Luke Harper. But before that, he hasn't had a meaningful win in such a long time. And, of course, I would love to see him win this. But the reality is, most likely he's not going to win. But just seeing him in the main event picture is great for me for now.
Yeah, definitely.
Tim?
Yeah, I like Dean Ambrose. I'd like to see him push.
The theme of the beginning.
You know,
we like Dean Ambrose.
We like him sometimes.
Do you like Dean Ambrose?
I love Dean Ambrose.
By the way, we came up with a song. It's called "We Like Dean Ambrose," and it goes like this: "We like Dean Ambrose. You like Dean
I'm not a part of
Ambrose. We all like
Dean. I'm very sorry
Ambrose.
Or Ambrose. Get it? Ambrose. Ambrose.
Ambrose.
So, anyways, so who do you think is going to enter the ring first? Probably Seth Rollins?
Are they all going to be in the ring?
Probably Orton.
Well, do you think, though, like, they'll actually have time to show all their entrances, though? I mean,
yeah,
you would think.
It's the main event.
Yeah, so, I mean...
Oh, who comes out first?
Yeah.
Orton, sure.
I mean, it doesn't really matter, I guess, but... Yeah, I don't know why I brought up that question.
Apparently, he did not think this one through.
Alex from New York asked.
Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose are all going to come out together.
Let's take a bet. Anyone want to take a dollar bet on who enters the ring first?
Enter in your comments
the Shield
in the comment
reunion.
section.
The Shield reunites.
This guy is definitely going to mark out because when I first heard of that term, I thought marking out meant this guy right here because his name's Mark. And okay, bad joke. Okay, but anyways, yeah,
They're all going to come out to the Shield's music.
it's great to see.
Don't tease me like that.
It's great to see all the former Shield members in the main event together.
Yes.
Even though we may not necessarily be rooting for all of them, but just to see them there,
I am.
that's awesome.
I hope all three of them pin at the same time so they are triple champs. Triple champs.
That would be awkward.
They're all going to turn on Orton and hit him with a triple power bomb.
Yes.
Shield reunion.
That would be quite something.
That would be amazing, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I know.
It's in our dreams.
Yes. Realistically, though, this match can be a lot of fun. You have a lot of good variables in there. Obviously, Orton's the wild card, being as unpredictable as he is. You got Roman Reigns, the powerhouse. You're going to expect big moves from him. Seth Rollins. Oh, there goes a poster.
Whatever.
Seth Rollins will do the high-fly, quick stuff, of course. And Dean Ambrose, he's a loose cannon. You know, he's fun to watch. So I think this match could be really good. I'm looking to see...
There he goes.
Yeah.
Rip.
Oh, by the way, we're starting a GoFundMe page for a better set. So if you guys want to, fund us.
All right. Anyway, so this match, I'm thinking Seth Rollins wins. He just became champion. I think it wouldn't make too much sense for him to lose the title this quick, unless if they're really planning on the next person in line to have a longer run. Which, if that's the case, back to Dean Ambrose. But more than likely, I think it's Seth Rollins. It would be a really good way to really establish him as he's an important guy. He's a big-time player in WWE, and it would just do wonders for his character. And he's picked up individual wins against each of these people in the match, but to throw them all at once, that just makes it even more sweeter for his character. So I'm thinking Seth Rollins comes out on top.
Agree.
Anyone else?
That would make the most sense. But even though I do like Rollins, and it's great that he has the title, I'd actually be really happy if Reigns or Ambrose won it. I mean, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, the logical thing is Rollins to win. The second most logical, in my opinion, would have Reigns winning it.
Yeah.
Because he was the top guy, well, the projected top guy for the longest time, but then they changed storylines.
You look like you had something to say, so I want to give you.
Oh no,
What
I
are your
was just
thoughts
gonna
on What are
ask.
your thoughts on Orton? Because that's your boy.
That is. I was just gonna ask, do you guys think Kane is gonna get involved at all with this?
Good question.
Possibly.
I'm sure he will because, I mean, he got involved at Extreme Rules, so I think he'll get involved. I think he's going to choke slam all of them.
Possibly. I hope he kind of stays away, because I want this match to come down, you know, to the four guys in the ring. Save any Kane involvement for Raw. If you're going to turn him face or have him leave the Authority, save that for Raw. Give us the main event that a lot of people actually really wanted to see. They wanted to see this, you know, former Shield members collide. We get the addition of Randy Orton, which is fine now. He's really, I've 180'd on him a little bit, you know.
I've always 316.
So you've been the same for him. But
Yeah,
I've came around on Randy Orton over the past year. He's definitely improved as far as a character for me. So I like seeing him in the main event. I don't know if I want him to win because he's held it so many
Had it
times.
like 9 times.
Yeah, he's held it a lot. So he should be there as a stepping stone to help a younger talent. So help out Rollins, help out Ambrose, help out Reigns. So as much as he's good in the match.
But I like that role of what I think Punk kind of became, to make other young talent look really, really good. And I think Orton can be that, because he's pretty much one of the only vets that still actively wrestles.
Right.
So I like that. As much as I want to see him win, still don't think it's his time right now. I think this thing going on with the former members of S.H.I.E.L.D. is going to go somewhere.
Yeah, they should just throw Orton out of there and then have all 3 members just go at it.
That'd be cool.
Is it like,
It's a fatal
by
4-way.
pin?
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
First
Whoever
one to
gets
pin or submit.
pinned, the champion doesn't necessarily have to get pinned to lose the title.
No.
And there's no DQ. So I just hope that J&J Security and Kane don't get involved. I'm so sick of the Authority. Like, you'd be watching Raw, and they'll be having a good match, and then all of a sudden J&J get in there. It's like, really? We just had to sit through that?
Yep.
You know, great
I
match,
think-
and that's all that happens? It's
I
like, come
think
on.
Ambrose, Rollins, and Orton and Reigns all together just doing what they do best is what we want to see right now. So
For sure.
On the off chance if Rollins loses, I don't think he's getting pinned. I think someone else will get pinned. So he won't be. So he won't look weak.
Right.
And a couple of interesting things about this match, in my opinion, is you rarely see Ambrose and Reigns go at it. So that's going to be an interesting aspect to the match.
Yeah, as a Shield fan, your heart sinks a little bit seeing that, but
It's kind of cool though at the same time.
It is kind of cool, and I'm sure they'll be great together. You know, Ambrose and his wrestling style, I think, goes really well versus a style like Roman Reigns, because Roman will hit him with the big move, and then Ambrose will just get back up and do some crazy stuff.
did you see like a everyone pull their finisher on each other kind of thing?
Oh yeah, and that's a staple for Fatal 4-Way.
I'm actually glad that you brought that up because I was just about to say they banned Rollins' curb stomp, and I'm kind of disappointed about that because that was a great move.
Yeah.
Despite the fact him doing that flip, whatever that move is called off the ring, is pretty cool too, but still, I mean...
Phoenix Splash.
I'm bummed that they took away the curb stomp.
Yeah, it's just a temporary thing. Once all the lawsuits and stuff get over and done with, so we'll probably see it back at some point. But yeah, maybe he'll use something else. I know he's using that weird variation of like a DDT, which looks like kind of like a ripoff of Dean Ambrose's finisher, which kind of looks weird to me. It doesn't. Yeah. I always like a finisher that matches the look of a wrestler. So if you're a smaller wrestler, more agile, a high flying move, something quick. If you're a bigger wrestler, a power move. They gave him kind of a power move, and he's not a big guy. He's tall, but he's not a big, what you think of a big wrestler. So maybe they give him a move, or they just stick him with this weird DDT thing, and we just move on from there.
All right.
I just hope it's a great match, because the last time we had like a match like this was when we had a triple threat at the Royal Rumble, and now it's a fatal four where there's an extra guy in there.
Right.
Imagine how great that was at the Royal Rumble compared to this match. I think this match will top that match for sure.
It has a possibility, but I think what made that match was Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins was the MVP of that match. And I know we talked about it in our video, or in a future video after that Rumble, where I praised Rollins because he was doing the work. Like, Cena had some stuff in there, Lesnar was just there. But the tough thing is with the Fatal 4-Ways, you gotta include everyone, and everyone's gotta have their moment. That can sometimes be very difficult. So you gotta look for a couple people to be like the anchors for this match, and you would have to expect that'd be maybe Rollins and Orton being the veteran, Rollins being the champ. But, throw us a curveball, maybe Ambrose kind of takes over and is the anchor to the match.
Maybe something.
Yeah, so...
Alright, so who do you guys pick? I know we went over it earlier, but just to reiterate.
I'm going to say Rollins, just because it wouldn't make much sense to make him drop it as of right now. Again, Ambrose winning would be a surprise, but a very pleasant surprise. But realistically speaking, Rollins retains.
Who do you pick, Jess?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's the right time to keep Rollins moving on the path that he's going down. And I think it's his time, so.
Tim?
Rollins.
I think Rollins is probably going to win, but I'm going to pick Reigns, just because everyone else picked Rollins. I have really no other reason.
Hey, you never know. Maybe this was the point that WWE was building towards for Reigns. Like, maybe, WrestleMania wasn't his time. Maybe a little bit after WrestleMania wasn't his time. But maybe this Fatal 4-Way will be his kind of, big shining moment outside of not this year's Rumble. Obviously, he won that, so that was a shining moment. But I think he was better suited in the previous year's Rumble. He really showed up for that one. But who knows? Maybe this could be, Vince's stamp of approval for Reigns saying, all right, go win it at this Fatal 4-Way. It's your time. Thank you for being patient with Lesnar having the championship and dealing with the heat that he got after the Rumble. Here's your reward. Go win a Fatal 4-Way.
One last question, because recently the WWE has been doing everything within their power to get the crowd to cheer for Reigns. Now, some of that cheers he gets is genuine, but some of it is trying to manipulate the crowd to root for him. So, my question is to you, what percentage of the crowd, how much heat is he going to get? What if you had to put a number on it, percentage-wise?
I'm going to say...
In Baltimore.
In Baltimore, 5 to 10%, because the heat that he had earlier was basically just from the Philadelphia crowd, and then maybe a little left over as, kind of residual heat for the weeks after. He hasn't really gotten booed in a while, or booed substantially, to be honest. There's been a few times where there's a little bit of a mixed reaction, but it's turned back around where he's back to being a fan favorite, so I don't think he's going to get much heat. If anyone's getting heat, it's Seth Rollins, because he's just that great of a heel.
Yeah.
Everyone else is pretty much a face.
Because Seth Rollins had that briefcase for so long, and you've been waiting for him to cash in. He finally cashes in WrestleMania. You want to see him get a decent title run.
Right. So,
it doesn't matter how he keeps it. I mean, you want to see him get a clean win and not just have, I got the authority helping me all the time. You want to see him say, hey, I can do this on my own.
Yeah. I think this might be his chance to do that, too. Maybe they do something to neutralize J&J, or if Kane, again, somehow gets involved, maybe Reigns spears him or punches him or something, or Ambrose gets rid of him, or Orton gets rid of him. And then it just comes down to the four. Comes down to the four guys.
No more authority. He needs to go on his own. I'm so sick of the authority. It's boring because it makes him look like a scared little puppy that he needs his bodyguards to help him.
That's a heel character. The Rock did it in
That's true.
So.
That's true. Yeah. But you know what I think could happen is, obviously, I don't want this to happen, but I think this will happen. Dean Ambrose is about to win. Luke Harper interferes and screws him over.
I hope not. I hope that's over.
That thing's all over with, man. I mean, they're
not in any matches though.
Don't matter. He's focused on, or Luke Harper and Rowan are focused on being a tag team again. So that him and Ambrose aren't even on the radar anymore. That whole storyline, that's done. Okay. Harper and Rowan are off doing whatever, and then this main event is the four people. The only ones that really would get involved would be authority people.
Like
that's
Triple
it.
H.
Triple H maybe, Kane, J&J, just the regulars.
Okay, well, please let us know your thoughts. Do you agree with us? Disagree with us? Please like our Facebook page. Just Google in Ring Rants or click on the links below. I'll be posting links. Follow us on Twitter at Ring Rants.
There you go.
It's that easy. So we really appreciate your support. Keep it up. Tell your friends about us. Tell your enemies. Tell your frenemies. And please subscribe. Any last thoughts?
Go Happy Scary Dean.
Yeah. Go Seth Rollins. Don't buy it. Don't sell out. Buy in.
Chibi wrestlers. Watch those videos. That's where Happy Scary Dean is.
Word.